there, guys. So, I imagine the reason you're watching this video is because you're much like me and you're sick of your Lexus keys breaking. So, this is for, these compatible models, but I've got the 2009 Lexus RX 350, and this exact key here is known for just breaking in half, genuinely. So this goes for the OEM ones, this goes for the aftermarket ones you just find on eBay. They all break. They just crack on the inside, and that's that. And if you are someone who likes to go to the dealership to get these types of things repaired, you might be paying $400 for a key every maybe year because of how often these break. I've had this car for only 2 years at this point. These keys, that's how many I've gone through. It's ridiculous. So, I've done some research online. This Stelber brand, it's hard to pronounce, but they sell these fobs right here. And the difference between this fob and the original fob is, first off, with the original fob, it's only got one screw holding it all together. So it just leaves the plastic to just take the full brunt. This one holds it in place a lot more firmly. And you just put your original programmed chip from your old fob into this one for the car. Yeah, because when these things break, you have to throw tape on them for them to even last, for the car to even start. Because with the transmitter, it has to be near the key for the car to start. So, with that being said, I will show you the inside of these keys because there's something I do have to note. The OEM key that will be cut from this OEM slot it's going to be a direct fit in here. But these aftermarket keys, the key is set up a tiny bit differently. That it doesn't sit very flush in here unless you add a little bit of like electrical tape or maybe JB weld. So I'll show you what I mean in a second here. Okay, so in here, this is the original Lexus key, and this is the inside of that new fob, and you can see the cutout here is perfectly made for the original Lexus key. So that's the one that comes out of your Toyota or your Lexus shell. So the problem is when you have these aftermarket keys from these fobs right here, they're shaped a little differently. This one is shaped almost exact to that cutout. This one is, I'm not going to pull that tape out there, but if you can see a little bit, it's a lot more shallow than that cutout. So what I had to do is I had to fold some electrical tape up on itself multiple times to make it thick. Then I had to just cut off the tiniest sliver of the end of that electrical tape and stuff it right here at the top of the key to hold it firmly in place. And it's also got some spacers that come with it. So you put the spacers in here to make it taller because this key is a little bit more narrow as well at the top. So those spacers will help you keep, the key from jiggling around in there. So yeah, definitely just what I did. Fold some electrical tape over multiple times, cut the way end of it off, and then if I could get this to focus, let me see. Yeah, like that. Fold it up multiple times, and then just cut off the tiniest sliver so you can match that key's height, and then it will hold it tightly in there so it doesn't jiggle around. Because if you put this aftermarket key in there without any of the spacers, without adding anything to hold it in place a little better, it's just going to jiggle around in there. You have to do something like this if you have an aftermarket key that you're going to be tossing in here. But other than that, it's very solid. The plastic is heavier than the other key. it seems more rigid when you're twisting it. It doesn't feel nearly as like, you know how the original one creaks a little when you're twisting it? This one has no like body flex, I guess you would call it. But yeah, so if you are sick and tired of replacing these key fobs, do yourself a favor, go with this brand. This is going to change your ownership of the car, not having to worry about the keys busting all the time. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching my review of this product. I'm very happy with it, and I imagine you will be too, because I was not very happy with that. So yeah, definitely take care, have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.